Hey. What's that saying? On time. What is it called? Tish? Talking to the mic though, yeah. Don't try not talking to the mic. You get me? To be on time.
To be on time.
Yeah.
Is to be late. To be early is to be on time.
Yeah, that's the saying. Shani, do you get it? No, you might have to break it down. I have to ask
No, you don't have to break it down.
I have to break it down. Hey, we're back again. Done on the masters. Pick up yourself. 9565 Brook Ride. Hey, episode 37. I don't know what that
number mean anything to you.
Well, my door number's 27.
Yo, well off since that. Dude, that's mad. That 20.
No. Yes, welcome, episode 37.
Come on now. You're in. Hey, obviously we don't know. No one has a Wikipedia. Everybody has a Wikipedia. No, your Wikipedia can be adapted and changed, isn't it? Yeah. So we want to know what your Wikipedia is like. So if what is your like? What's your CV? No, we have got.
You can't Google me. Well, you can Google me actually, but
you can Google you.
No,
and what you'll find is whatever you've put out there, or whatever someone put out there.
Well,
so
you've been linked with.
So it can be misinterpreted in any way, form, or fashion. So if, boom, I know you got your LinkedIn and whatever kind of thing, but at the same time, Leticia, who are you? Like,
so
who are
you?
you?
If you had a Wikipedia,
yeah, what would
you
it say?
say?
Yeah, that's it. That's a good one.
So my Wikipedia would say she is a social worker.
Mm-hmm.
She is a life coach stroke counsellor.
Mm-hmm.
She is an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Founder of I Am Inspired, co-host on the Late Night Talk Show.
Come on now.
Event planner. And I think we'll leave it at that.
No, you can't. There's more.
There's a lot.
So you don't cook, you don't do catering and that.
That's what. Okay, so I'm also a caterer.
That's a massive
thing. That could be under the entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's it. You know, we've got sensational flavours going on, and then we've got sensational services, and then sensational pads. So yeah,
pads.
Yeah.
What, like notepads?
No, sorry, I said that incorrectly. Sensational quarters is what it is. But that's in the making anyway, so we're working on that new project.
Okay. So you got your hands in quite a lot of pies. Listen,
my hands are full right now. Very full, very full. But I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm blissful. Things are working out for the great good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Where's your drive come from?
You know what? I don't know. I think my drive comes from myself. My drive comes from growing up in a criminal fraternity. Okay.
What is that? What's the fraternity? You use these big words of chase and that. What's that? Criminal fraternity. What's that?
So
break it down in layman terms, like baby terms.
So fraternity is like an institution. It's like an organization. So in America, you have fraternities in it. You have different campuses. Yeah. So I've grown up with a group of operatives that was in part of the criminal justice system. So my brother and his friends, they were always in and out of prison. So I was fortunate enough that I didn't get to go down that route. Not that I wanted to, but I saw them making money and I wanted to make money too. But so I thought, let me do the easy route. So I wanted to sell weed. So I asked one of them for some weed, for some money.
Little concession thing.
Yeah. And he was like, what do you want it for? So I said, I want to get some weed. So he was like, no, sis, that's not for you. And he gave me the money instead. He said, that's not your life. And gave me the money so that I had the money instead, innit? Yeah. So that just changed my direction into something else. And
Where's that person now?
Oh, he's good, you know. He's a black taxi driver. Okay. Yeah.
Come on, a black taxi driver.
Yeah, he's a black taxi driver.
That's where your inspiration came from, isn't it?
Yeah, the black cab. Yeah, Max the cab driver was from a black cab man. Still.
Oh, is it? How did he inspire you?
That particular driver, I don't know who he is today and where he is, but I was I used to go gym in central London, and then my dad had a heart attack. And I need to get from Notting Hill Gate to Mayday Hospital.
Oh yeah.
To get me in a quick time, but I couldn't go on the tube because if I go on the tube, that's how I got there. I wouldn't be able to get the phone calls and that. So I had to get into a black cab, and I got into it. But as I got into it, the price was already mad. That as you get into it, that's a standard
Before
price.
Uber
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, it was just mad, and I was like, "Raw!" But you know what? I was on the phone, agitated, phoning this person, getting. We got there in the end, and then my man never charged me. Like he must have heard everything that was going on, but because I was so up in the air still, when he said, "Look, don't worry about it, bro. It's good, just go." I can't remember what it was. I know it was not. It wasn't cheap either, and I know he's taking bare. No, all I ever knew, he just taking these bare roads. I think he's just trying to add up the money, not knowing that these back roads was getting us there quicker.
Yeah.
So when I only later on, I proper sat there like, wow, that man was a G. But because I was so up in the air, like everything, I was like, all right, mate, thanks, I got in there. I didn't even clock to say his name. Rah. So then that's where the cab driver came from. I said, I'm gonna wherever that person is. Matt's the cab driver. So I thought, wow. Because then people, literally, I didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah.
If I could meet him now, I'll give him the money.
I thought that him were just chatting away.
Chatting away, yeah. He's in your own world, yeah.
Nah, no. It's proper. Yeah, it was a
took
mad
on
thing.
your own alter ego.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
Nothing really.
Shut your mouth.
I would have thought, because then, so why don't you do like Max in the cab driver? I thought it was something to do with like doing shows in a cab or something like that.
That's where the inspiration came from to do that.
Yeah.
Because I thought, from that, helping. I didn't realize how detriment that role can be. And then man, them take it seriously.
Yeah.
Then black captain, not the Ubers.
Yeah. No, to get your what's it called again?
The knowledge and
The
that.
knowledge.
It's not a joke thing.
That is
They have to get on the bike and do that and da. So
Yeah.
these Uber drivers, I don't really rate them. But you
No,
see
they
the black
follow
cab,
They use the
Ways.
the
Yeah.
sat nav, yeah.
I don't rate them.
They
But
don't
see
have
them
information.
black cab drivers, I've got the utmost respect for them in terms of what they do and what they're trying to stand for.
Dying out though, isn't it? It's a dying out.
I don't think it is. I think
No,
it'll
I
always
think
be
It depends
pinnacle
on
of-
what area it is. Because when I ask him, he says like it's up west then where he goes and gets his money. I know another black taxi driver as well, a black guy, young man who's a black taxi driver as well actually.
Go on.
And
It's
he
buried them, innit?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess. But he also talks about going up to the West End, and that's where he gets. Because I was asking him about during COVID, how was he able to thing? Yeah, so he talks about going up West End, but it's all about the timing and picking the right times and stuff.
They
like
know.
that.
They know. They've got a network of people that do that kind of thing. Innit? Do you get what I'm saying? They know, and they've evolved and adapt, and they've got all them. I'd love to go on the new ones. I want man going the new cabs, but
What's the new cabs?
The new type black cabs, the like electric looking
Oh,
ones.
it's swanky.
Yeah, they all look like Bentleys and that. I was like, they look like black cabs and that.
I ain't seen them ones.
Yeah, no. But alright. So this is the madness. First and foremost, we'd like to thank you for coming on the show. Anyway, standardly.
Thank you
Been
for
a hot
inviting me.
minute.
Yeah, and we had when you said about the right time. It was just this is the right time. I just know. And the other thing is like the amount of work that you're doing is just it can't go unmissed in terms of that's why we have to say to come on. The main thing of our whole thing is giving people their flowers, and that we have to bring on the show and say, look, come, you're doing great work. It doesn't go unmissed. It's like you do a lot, and even when Gwenton he speaks highly of you. We had a conversation about the amount we do for the community, like the amount you do, There was a point, I'll be real with you, sis. I gave up on the community. Through what I was going through, the divorce and that, I thought the community, from when you leave, and forget about community, it's not like they call you and go, where is the pie man like?
Yeah.
Like if you left tomorrow, and hopefully this will never happen, and we will hold each other accountable in certain elements. Because if I inspired, which we'll talk about, just disappears, who would go, hold on, what? Yo, come back. Where you going? That, do you get what I'm saying? So all the things I was doing, I thought, when I left, like you leave, close the door and you think, like kids doing it, like they go, I wonder if daddy's gonna recognise me if I...
Yeah.
Do you get me? Like, or I wonder if people are gonna miss me. Like, when you have arguments and that, and I'm like, right, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm staying downstairs, and hopefully.
Did you actually do that? Did you actually do that?
What, man? Them?
No, you just said I wonder if Daddy is gonna miss me or something. Like, do you?
No, we do.
As a child.
Yeah, you do mad things.
But then he tries to talk about himself as an adult, grown man.
No, that's what we do. No, we do these kind of things. Like even that, me and Sham might have a little debate and argument, yeah. And then she hits me. People, no, she doesn't. But she
Disclaimer.
We're upstairs. She downstairs, innit?
Yeah.
The door bus is open. No, we're down. I'm in my feelings. You're in your feelings like, look, you start going and then you're like, you're hoping that she's gonna come downstairs or apologize or you know like that, and you know that's never happening for women, but. You know, like,
Wait, hold on. Rewind.
No.
But you know what I mean?
I don't.
Nah.
I apologized the other day. Like I
no way.
Apologized. Yeah.
What to somebody?
Yeah, to my partner.
No way. You apologized like how long did it take you to apologize? Was it straight away or it took you 2 weeks?
No, it was.
Be real now.
It was the next morning. It should have been the night, but I thought about it and I thought, so like he was supposed to come and support me with something. And something happened to him, so he had a change in his appearance. So his barber frigged up his bed.
Sad.
So he's had his bed all his life. Excuse me.
Worst thing in the world. Hey.
And he messed it up, so he had to cut it all off. So he had to cut it all off.
It.
I told him to come and let me sort it out, but he didn't.
The pain.
You can do all that.
Well, I put my hand out. Listen, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, you know, I'll try it. I'll figure it out. You know, and it can't be any worse. So short of him taking it all off, let me try it and trim it down and that.
Them Homer Simpson looking.
But he took it, just went clean, and for him that was a whole big thing because he's never seen himself like that. So he saw himself in a whole different light, and it impacted on his mental well-being for that period, isn't it? But I was caught up in my feelings because I was here. Well, I had my own issues going on that day anyway, and then I was waiting for him to come and help me with something, and he didn't come in it. So I was like, I needed you and you wasn't there kind of thing. But when I reflected, I thought, okay, fair enough. But he was in his own space, isn't it? So I apologised and said, sorry that I didn't think about where you was. I was only thinking about myself, innit? So,
did you say the sorry words or did you like, oh, you know what?
Well, it was a WhatsApp. I would text him and said, sorry. No, but...
Apology is an apology.
It's an apology.
Nah. You gotta... Same way
But regardless, don't carry on like you don't get an apology. Like, do not in it. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
You're really trying to think.
Yeah. Nah, she does apologize. It takes long though.
Listen, apology is apology, whether it's in a letter, whether it's in a text form, whether you say it. Yes,
100%.
Yes, you know, it wasn't the time. It was morning. He was on his way to work, and I wake up early in it, so I wake up like I'm part of the 4 a.m. club. So yeah,
well, you got past the 4. You're on the 4,
well, I could even. Do you know what? 5 a.m. is not a thing for me. My thing is really 3 a.m. Yeah, so I normally get up at like 2:20 something or 2:40 something, but these last couple of weeks I've been getting up in the 4s. So it.
What, natural or alarm?
Natural. No, I've never used an alarm in my life. The only time I'll book an alarm is if I'm nervous. Like if I got to go and catch a flight and I'm nervous because it's of the time and I'm thinking I'm kind of tired, so I will book it just in case. But I always wake up like half an hour before it anyway.
So what time do you go to bed?
11:30. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed.
What? That's not enough sleep.
It's been happening like I'm 44, 45 this year, and it's been happening for the last I will say even 15 years. That's my life. Like getting up at stupid o'clock is my life.
You can't. That would be mad. When you have baby and that ain't gonna happen, fam.
You'd be surprised, but the ancestors are calling, innit? I'm not sure what they're trying to say yet. I ain't worked that part out. I'm on that journey to work out what it is that's waking me at that time. But yeah.
No. So you're up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. What are you doing?
So before I would lie there and try to get back to sleep, but now I just get up, I do my affirmations, and then I work on whatever project it is that I have to work on. So this morning I was working on an application. A funding application. So
you're up before everybody, and then you start the day before.
You're up before even the birds.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know what? Birds wake up at them times. They wake up quite early at 3. So I wake up and I listen. I lie in the bed and I listen to the chirping of the birds. I really enjoy it. It's really quite peaceful.
Proper tuned in, you know, the birds there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Gilbert.
I heard, and you know what? I heard them talking. As well.
Yeah. Have you seen that? The guy that does the bird chirping.
That mimics it on TikTok.
Yeah.
No, I'm not seeing that.
Funny.
And then I get up and then I get myself ready. And for the last, since about Christmas or so, or New Year's, I've been going swimming. So I'll get up and go.
How far can you swim? Like you got your 50 meters certificate.
Well, I swim 30 laps. I do 30 laps.
You can swim at the.
So I go up and down. That's 1. Up and down 2. Up and down 3. So I do that 30 times.
And get underwater and everything.
No, I don't do underwater business. I don't. I need to sort out my goggles, but I went to Jamaica one time. I went to this place called the Black Hole, and we was all there as a family. And you kind of go up, it's like little alcove. So you go up, and then when you get up to the top now, you come down, you jump. You come down, you jump into the water. Everyone was like, "Go on, Tisha, you could do it. You could do it." And I was like, "Shut up!" Because they were just driving me crazy, and I just couldn't do it.
Peer pressure.
It was peer pressure, and these are my little cousins and everything. And I said, and I jumped with the guy in it. So after that experience, I said, that's not happening to me again. So I came back home and I went and got swimming lessons.
You drowned.
I didn't drown. What happened is when I was about 10.
Man, it's horrible that thing.
Right, this is it. It gets up my nose and it's a killer.
As well.
But what happened when I was about 10, we was doing a sponsored swim at school because I used to go Ashby Mill and he had a swimming pool in there. So we was doing a sponsored swim. So as we was going around, one of the guys, I'm not clear. I know it's one out of the three.
Name and shame, fam.
Well, it's either Daniel, it's either JJ,
not JJ,
or it's Dean.
Oh, it's Dean.
Yeah.
No, it's not Dean. It's Daniel. It's always the Daniel.
Do you know?
I'm telling you, it's Daniel.
Well, sure, if I was to say his full name, and what his nickname is, it could be him. Yeah. But I don't know. It's one out of the three of them.
No, it's Daniel. I'm telling you, it's Daniel.
One out of the three of them. But and we was going around and he went like this and dunked my head under the water. And that was it. Like I thought I was dying in it. So from that day on,
no water.
Yeah, me and water didn't work. But yeah, so about 3 years ago, I went and got swimming lessons and learned how to swim properly. Because I could swim if I had to.
Oh, you done it as a big person as well?
Yeah, so we went to Jamaica, 2017? Mm-hmm. And then when I came back in 2018, I went swimming lessons.
How long did it take you to learn to swim? Not that
so the swimming lessons is like 6 lessons. So that's what I was doing before. But it's not comfortable. So I went back and started from the beginning again, from the side, put your head under the water, breathing underneath the water, and then going up and down the pool and that. So now, like I don't go I still don't put my head under the water, but I'm more comfortable in the water now. I still hate going out my nose, but I can do my thing.
No, you're a real G. Hey, big up, you done it.
It's one of the best exercises, isn't it?
That's what they say, but the weight ain't coming off, man. And I even did it.
Doesn't matter, but it's the agility and stamina, everything.
Well,
the other things, the breathing.
Hello, walking up that hill, the thing took. No, I was like, whoa. So I'm just my car's gone.
Mad thing.
No car.
Yeah, but alright. So go back to this whole thing. I said like we have the debate, argument, and that.
Yeah.
And then you want that thing where you want them to come back through the door, innit? Like,
oh, yeah.
So the door opens, Sky. What do you want? Daddy? It's not shining it.
Okay.
So then you might the one where she's coming and she's like about to talk to you and it's like, where's the blah blah blah? And you're like, it's fine, I think. So she ain't gonna put it. You know that. So it's that whole thing of turning our back on the community and then we wanting them to come back. That didn't happen for me. I'll be honest. Like when I did all these massive things for the community, I thought, wow. If anything happens to me, I'm looked after. I always believed that. I don't know why. Because if you help so many people, you'd expect it to come back in a certain sense so much. And when I did that, nada. And I'm just thinking, all the work that you do within the community, like Shanda said, your drive, what caused you, because you got the drive, you're not stopping. I don't see you stopping ever. Even if anybody told you not to do it, you still do it. What just keeps you going and doing all this stuff for the community? And before we get on to like, I'm inspired, like is there going to be a time you're going to stop? You know what I mean? Have you thought about stopping? Like, where's your head at in terms of the community?
Do you see it as like your purpose?
Yeah, or something like that.
No. I think where I'm a person, I see solutions. So I'm solution focused.
Okay.
So growing up in our community and seeing a lack of, seeing what the needs are and seeing where I can put something in place to kind of solve that particular thing. I think that's where it comes from. And I was thinking about this the other day actually and thinking about, do I do it for the community or do I do it for myself? Because there's that element of it. And maybe it's that I'm doing it for myself because I feel like if I had this stuff, if I had this stuff earlier, it would have made me a better person, or I'd be further on in my career or something like that. So I feel like I'm living out my dreams through helping the community.
Okay. There probably
Maybe.
is an element of selfishness in there, but I don't think that is the core.
Yeah. I wish I could say that for like I'm inspired. Let's just talk about I'm inspired for example now, innit?
Okay.
Like, you set it up when? When did you set it up?
So it was born in 2017. February 2017 was when we had our first event.
That was at the in Waterloo, innit?
In Waterloo, yeah.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, that was an amazing
Saturday,
event, innit? Yeah.
Morning, late morning.
It's about 12, I think we started.
Yeah, late morning, and then and then that's where I think that's Kai done that one. I think no, did he not do that one? Or the next one?
Do you know what? I'm not clear which one he did, but he did one of them. He did about 2 of them even. I think you guys came and you saw what was going on, and then that's where
we need to put.
Yeah.
Either way, it was just a good. Me and the boys go do the thing. We're inspired. We're like, go on. So you done your first
6 years.
Yeah, so we celebrated our 6th anniversary in February, and so what it was is, I guess the question is where it came from. Yeah. So what it was is first of all, so I'll talk about my criminal fraternity. So I actually had a company called.
I'm going to use that, you know.
I had an organisation called Rock On 27. So rock on, keep on going. Rock On 28. Sorry. So the criminal fraternity comes from the 28. So my older brother is one of the younger 28s, and then you got the younger, so you got the 28s, and you got the younger 28s, and you got the younger 28s, and it just kind of went on and on. And because I've got an inside connection, I knew that they wasn't negative people as such. They were boys that was out there trying to make their money, but I could see the community was having problems with the young people. So my thing was, let me mentor them lot so that they could come back out as youth workers to support other young people to stop them from going down the path that they went to. But them lot kept on doing crime, so they kept on going back. So they'd come out, go back, go back. So it didn't really work out the way that I wanted it to work out, because I wanted them to be the inspiration, So that I ended up just using that because, as I said, I'm a social worker. So I ended up using that as my umbrella company. And then I went to, so I've always gone to seminars. Like, I love opportunities. If there's an opportunity, I am there. You know, if there's freeness, I am there. I'll keep it real, especially when it comes to self-development. Like, I go to lots of seminars, and you'll be frightened to see what you can pick up without.
But what's triggering you to do that? Because it's
development. It's about knowledge.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, say, like, you're in the criminal, what's it called again?
Fraternity,
and then, like, you're still, like, obviously your brothers are nurturing you and saying, look, this ain't for you. But what's pushing you to still say, right, I'm gonna go and do?
But it's them, isn't it? It's them, because like, I remember going to Feltham, and it'll be like 4 of us girls going to check the man them. So it might be one girlfriend or other little sisters. So we'll be on a visit, and there'll be 4 of us there, and we're all, you know what we're saying, bro? So we have a joint visit between us, because there was just so much of them in and out of prison throughout of the years. And then aside from that, we went through a period where there was just deaths over deaths and deaths and deaths and deaths. So what we're experiencing now with knife crime is not new. Do you know what I mean? When our one started, it was gun crime, you know? It was gun crime, and then it was knife crime. And I remember having like a year or two where it was like funerals was just like, this was nothing. Like every couple of weeks or months we was going to funerals. Do you know what I mean? So my inspiration was, I went to an event, and I was sitting there, and I was like, it was Eric Thomas. It was an event in Kilburn, and then the queue was around the corner, and it was an amazing event. And basically I was sitting there, and I was just scribbling, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I'm inspired, and I wrote, I want Kevin Bennett, I want all of these different people to be at my event. And then I put the event on, and it was a success. And then one day I was turning up in my bedroom, and I found this piece of paper, and it had the whole layout written down. I was like, oh my God, it actually works, like manifesting, because I put it together without actually looking back at that paper, because I never saw that again at the time. But everything that I wanted.
So the paper was you done it at the event.
I did it at the event.
You just doodled it and put it together.
I put it together.
Then they put it aside, and then actually done the event without knowing that, and then you found the paper under your bed just random, and you said, wow,
literally,
that's mad.
Literally,
that's not even mad. That's how it goes.
When people say write down a piece of paper, take it out of your head and put it on a piece of paper. It's powerful. It's powerful. And trust me,
make it plain.
That's what we're saying. We done it with the vision boards. Like we put bare madness on them. I didn't put madness, but we put things on the vision board. Just left it up and left it. You could look at the vision board. Everything that's on there is come to life. Random, like,
One way, shape, or form.
Just
not.
Mad.
This is what I'm saying. People don't believe in certain things, but you know, there's different ways of doing it. 'Cause people will say, put it down and put it away and don't think about it. Some people will say, focus on it every day, put it in a place where you can see it consistently, you know, and things like that. But it works in different ways for different people. But also, part of it is about your vibration. Your vibration has to be in the right place. Your energy has to be in the right place to align it and bring it towards you. You know what I mean?
That
So
could take time. How long before can you put a timeline between the putting it on paper till it actually
occurring?
I
think it happened the following year, but it was no more than 2 years. Okay. It was no more than 2 years.
That's mad.
Yeah, so short of looking back as to when the actual event was, it was no more than 2 years tops. 2 years.
And obviously the unique thing is obviously you got the normal. The unique thing about it, you got the normal speakers, you know, the adults and that. But the main thing was the children.
The children.
That's where it changed everything for me. I was like, wow, that's a good game changer.
Yeah.
Because we done talking to the inspirational Vanessa. Is it Vanessa?
Inspiring
Vanessa.
Yeah.
She's big girl now. You can't even, you know that.
Yeah,
Amari.
she's doing. Yeah, Amari McQueen.
He's the first person I met. Like,
yeah,
the still close to date.
Yeah.
He's gonna come on there as well.
Excellent.
He's gone from it was Dipalicious. It's gone. That's no more. It's still
Dipalicious.
But he's BBC now.
No, but Dipalicious is the name of his company. The company is called Dipalicious. His food is, the brand is Dipalicious. Then he's got different tasters underneath that. So I was even thinking about the other day, because with I'm Inspired, when you look at a lot of the young people, they've gone on and done some crazy stuff. You got Little Shan Shan as well. Like
Britain's Got Talent.
Like The Voice.
Yeah, The Voice. Sorry.
Yeah, The Voice. Like you said, Inspiring Vanessa, Amari McQueen. There's another little girl, she's coming up on my gaze. So you might remember the little girl, but what she did is she did the guitar in the breaks. She was like a
like
so her name's Nia.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So she did the interlude. She would come with her guitar and do some singing.
Yeah.
So watch out for her, because her thing, oh my days, I'm so proud of her. Like, I feel even emotional right now when you see what's coming out for her. It's
that's mad.
That's amazing.
No, because obviously you know Amari and like the family and that. Like I wouldn't have known any different. And I'll be honest with you, I probably wouldn't if you didn't bring him to the forefront in my head. Like you know what I'm saying? Just to see his journey from there.
Yeah.
It's like you saw something in him and said, yeah, boom. And then Inspiring Vanessa, she flies all around the country.
Yeah.
God, the world, not country.
Around the world and
delivering speech,
inspirational speeches and stuff like that. And this is the thing, because it's like, is it because they, not to say that they came there and that's where, you know, but it's just really, we've been a part of the journey.
No matter where it was.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
No, the platform's not small. It's massive. To me, it's massive because you could see your child go and do like to see Kai go up.
No, and they were amazing.
And
like
just go and do their talks and that. It's like you get me. You can see the difference in terms of when they come off the stage. The next 2 days, you can see the difference in a minute. So I can imagine how Amari was. I can imagine how Inspiring Vanessa, all the other young people that came there.
They must keep the, you know, that motivation and that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it has
definitely.
It's, remember, and you have an ethos as well. Like it's what's the ethos in that? With the parent, everybody can learn together, like the children.
So the family that learns together stays together. So the whole point of it is the children come with the parents. Yeah. So they feed off each other, because you know children hold you accountable. But Mom, you said, or like I remember my sister. Like, so we've got notebooks. Okay. So on the notebooks, at the end of the bottom of the page, it's got an inspirational quote. So my sister called me and she said to me, we was doing some work, and I said, I can't bother no more. And she said, no, remember what the book says? Don't stop when you're done, stop when you're finished. Hey. So she had to continue. Do you understand? So she was like, you know, and that's the power of it. It's the power is that sometimes as parents, they don't necessarily know how to support their young people, but with them coming together at the events, they get to learn.
Bounce off each other. That's
it. But also as well, the reason why it's about parents coming as well is because what you find is a lot of parents a lot of people don't plan to have children. They have children. But what they did plan for was to be a singer or to be a hairdresser or whatever, but they don't get to realise those dreams because they become parents and they get caught up and they have to be a parent and not do those things that they wanted to do. So part of it is to try and also help parents to realise those dreams that they had and to see, because what happens is when parents or adults see what the children are doing, they're like, well, if they're that age and they can write a book at 8 years old, like our youngest person was 7 years old when she came on and talked about her book that she'd written. That's Shania, one of our ambassadors. So she wrote a book at the age of 7, you know. And when parents see, a 7-year-old writing a book, then what am I doing? Do you know what I mean? So it gives them inspiration to know that actually...
It's not to beat them up, though. It's not even to beat them up. It's meant to go and get inspiration.
It's about inspiration.
A bare people went off and then go and write books after that. We know enough that did that and come back and then be on the thing. Even with little Shan coming with their little mad... With the shoe deodorizer. Shoe deodorizer. Alright, so I've got my book and I've got my shit to that, then I can rap. And then she can hear me. I'm like, nah, this is a madness. Yeah, and then she was acting. Yeah. And then she was doing inspirational talking. Yeah. Like, it's a lot. Like, alright, so so many questions and then like that. Most memorable moment. If you could have to pick one, you have to pick one.
Do you know what? One event that we had, it was at Landor Road at New Initiatives, where I kind of grew, and going back there and doing my project is just a great feeling. But I remember one of the I think it was actually little Shan that was on the stage, and I was walking around, and this little girl, because we give like little gift bags with like a pen and a notepad for them to take notes, and this little girl handed me a piece of paper, and she said, "I'm inspired. I want to be like a little Shan." And that just touched me because the thing hadn't even started good yet. It was probably like an hour or half an hour into it. And she was already inspired and saying what she wants to do, you know, and it just made it clear that this is what, you know, it reinforced what this is about. And then there was another little boy, because the children that come are supposed to be from the age of 8 years old, because children younger than that is not felt they can kind of sit through that for such a long period of time. But this little boy was there. He was about 3 years old, and we asked the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the little boy was 3 and he said, I want to be a chef. And I was like, you know what I mean? So yeah, and there's I mean, I cry a lot of the time when I'm even feeling emotional now, like just to see the young people up there doing their thing, you know. We had a little boy, it was my cousins and that, and 4 of them came, and the next morning my cousin, or at 11 o'clock my cousin called me. She said, you know what, cuz, I went home and I fell asleep. And then she said, when I woke up, they all come to me with, look at my I started this business, I look at my name. They'd all come up with some kind of business idea. So I was like, okay, you guys, so
from the event, from going to attending the event.
Yeah, from attending the event. So one was her child, one was her niece, and then one was her brother and one was her sister. Okay. So when they all had set up these little businesses on paper. Yeah. So I was like, all right, you guys have got to push this forward. So one of them now, he started with hats. Okay. Then he went to t-shirts, and now he's doing tracksuits. Yeah. Yeah. So his company's called. Yes. So born to be.
Love the quote. See when I bust that, bare man them like, where you get that from? Yeah. And I want to be like how your customers are, innit? Like, you know, like want to be like her customers, like, nah, it's exclusive, innit? Like,
yeah.
But I tell it straight here. There's the Instagram. Hit him. Say that Max the cab driver sent you, and then keep it moving. You get what I'm saying?
And that's it. And then what happened was he inspired his mum, who she'd been wanting to do juicing. So her company's now called Born to Juice. You know, so, and this is what I'm talking about. One inspiring the other.
It's like a ripple effect.
A ripple effect. Yeah.
Nah, see, there's bare stories. I only asked for one, you know. You tell me bare, you know.
Sorry.
What's been like? All right, because I did touch on the community, the back turn on the community, but while you're working in the community, the backs are still turned. So even though we're still doing the work now, people's backs are still turned because it's like, wow, like I put up a post. I'm not lying. I could put up. I know how to make people like move in it. Like I know a post to put up to like gas people. Like put a little joke thing and whatever, and then I get the little response like, yeah, come. Oh my gosh, that's funny. But when I put up something mad and serious now, and say, look, people need to. It's community thing like.
He's gonna say this.
Falls on deaf ears. Like I start getting mad and start getting frustrated. When I see Leticia putting these events on, and I'm like, I know bare people with kids and children that could be inspired by this and that, and very. But I see them doing the most dumbest stuff. Like, I see kids, when I'm going to work at certain houses, I'm seeing this, literally just kids in each room. Just. From little as 8, little as 7 and 8, like 5. You get me? There's a one yard I was in and the kids there and I'm like, come, write a book together. We started writing the book while I'm doing the flowing. Like I'm saying, we started doing all that. There's a lot that these kids ain't getting. So how do you...
It's the stimulation.
Yeah, when you're not getting... When you know, you're saying, there's how much thousands of youths them out there that need that. I'm putting this on for you lot. And you don't want to turn up and purchase a £2 ticket. You get me? But you want to... How do you not beat up yourself about that? Or sorry.
You know what? I think because one of the reasons, like I said, it's my upbringing, that seeing my experiences and those around me. So I put it together because of my peoples. But then my peoples didn't support me. Like some of my friends, it took them all 4 years before they come. And even some of them haven't even come yet. And they're like, yes, sis, I see you. I see what you're doing. Keep up the good work. And in my mind, I'm thinking, but... You're not even, you don't know what I'm doing because you haven't come and seen me. You see what I post, but you haven't actually come to my event. So how do you actually know what I'm doing? You know what I mean?
And
but
you're a raver as well, innit? You're a raver.
Well, I used to be.
So when you're doing, how long was? You only stopped last week, sis. Don't try it, man. You went to didn't you go to the all white thing the other day with the what's the thing?
No. What thing?
What do you call it, man?
I went to the ball.
Yeah, bus driver.
No. I went to the ball.
Yeah, that was like last week.
No, the bus driver thing was last week or so, but the board was.
So you didn't go to the all white
thing?
No, I wasn't even
That's
here.
the first one
I was
you
on
missed,
holiday.
That's the first one you missed, though.
No, it's not. I ain't even been. I've been.
I haven't been to one.
I've been to 2.
I refuse to go none.
I've been to 2. I've been to the festival they had last year, and then I went to 1 year ago.
Alright, so you stopped just raving, just there.
Well, I'm not that I stopped raving, but I'm just kind of taking my time.
When you see the people that spend their money to go and rave and do the most, and you see them got kids, and then boom, 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 and then you turn up like, oh my gosh, Steve, how you doing? You're like, But how does that contrast feel? Sorry.
Do you know what? I think I've grown out of it now.
Good.
I've grown out of it now, and like you were saying, like when you stop doing what you was doing and you was thinking that no one engaged. The thing is that I've learned that although I started out with it for my community, those that you know and love aren't the ones that's going to support you.
Unfortunately, that tends to be the case.
It's other people. So now, and yes, there's loads of people that this organisation, and when people tell people about it, everyone's just like, that's an amazing idea, it's great. But a lot of people are lip service, and in our community, we're lazy. We're not people are lazy, because I ain't lazy. When I get up in the morning and do my morning walk on the weekend, I will do it at 6 o'clock in the week. On the weekends, I can afford myself a little bit more time in the bed. You see, when I walk around the park here, I can walk around the whole of Clapham Common Park. You see the swings and that. You see by 9 o'clock, it's full white people. They're up early. Their kids got them out because children in the week they can't wake up for school, but on the weekends they're up early. You see.
It's a truth.
No, you see, Europeans.
You're gonna late today because guys up
bare talking and whatnot.
Yeah.
And
not even brush their teeth. Not even brush their teeth. Yeah, go on, say.
But they're out. They're out in the park. They've had breakfast. The kids are out playing in forces.
Had full breakfast as well.
It doesn't even matter the weather.
Porridge and
doesn't matter the weather. They're out. They're out. And I look at it all the time and I think, wow, our community, they're just turning over.
Yeah, it's like we're under a bit of a cloud.
Definitely. We, sort of waking up, like we were talking on your, well done as well for that thing you did the other day on Zoom, the parenting thing, because, and like I said there, we do paid lip service, so even like you're saying, I don't know if you was referring to the thing we put out the other day, people go online and are complaining and saying, our community this and our community that and our children this, but it's the same when it's time to take action. No one ain't doing nothing. You know how much marches I've been on when it was COVID and the Black Lives Matter and on all this, that and the other, and people be like, oh, what do you think marches do? Well, even if it does nothing, at least I'm trying to do something. What are you doing? You're sitting in your house. And
LT was saying that in the open London, saying I'm marching. It does something. It actually does something. It does start to do things.
It gives a bit of recognition, and sort of who wants to recognise it. And it's about you. It's how does it make you feel? Is it about the other people or is it about yourself? Because knowing that you're doing something positive it's inspiring. It helps to raise your vibrations. It helps you to feel good about yourself.
Being around like-minded people.
And being around like-minded people. And you have to put yourself in those circumstances in order to survive in this life. Because if not, people just bring you down and stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. So even when you say like, you was like, raw, there ain't no one there, you might not think, because the people that you're looking at is not the people that's going to sort, is the one. Yeah, you know.
They say a stranger will support you quicker than a friend.
Definitely.
No, that needs to stop. It doesn't make sense. It's weird. It's
no,
weird.
It doesn't make sense.
It's weird.
Yeah, but it's what are they supporting you in? Because you have friends for different seasons and for different reasons.
That's why I had to take the hard line. Remember the other day, I had to take her out. My God, I had to get on the phone. Just on the phone. You know, like I had to proper like. I have to tell it. She has to tell me about myself in it, and it's because I put a lot of belief in people in it. I believe one hand can't clap in it. You have to help people, help as many people as you can. But what I'm finding, not many people want to get help. You're putting all your energy into that, and they don't want to be helped. They want to be there's chicken and eagles in it. That's what my man referred to it. There's some people that are soaring and moving. Chicken to stay with the clap, clap, clap in the one little place, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah, but you can only help someone
that
so
wants to
far.
be helped.
And
it's true, but I'm trying.
A horse to water, my dad used to always say it to me, can take a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've always had the philosophy. See that jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
That people like. I said, no, ban that. Jack of all trades, master of all.
You can take.
So
that
when
for
I
yourself,
start that,
but
even
no
like,
one has that mindset.
even that mindset of when I was when I was teaching, I didn't do this whole thing of, just bring them. You can't bring them to the drink it. You don't like it? All right, cool. At least you tried it. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll be moving mad like that.
Yeah, but that's okay if it's your child.
No, I do it to every child. I'm like, give them the opportunity. Sometimes they don't even realise that.
But you're talking about adults.
And adults as well. I'm talking about adults.
I'm gonna be forcing a next grown person.
Nah, you know, like you can. My mouth is very powerful, and usually I can speak light to it. I know I'm capable.
Then
of it.
allow that to do what it needs
So when
to
I do that,
but when you go past that, that's using energy that could be better served somewhere else.
So I had to take it else. She had to sit on the phone and tell me about myself, innit, about how much I'm putting too much into certain people that don't care and this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And she understood. She knows what I'm trying to do, but it ain't always gonna
work out the way you want it to.
She said you could have done it yourself, but I'm like, I don't want it. I want to help people. I want to grow. You get me? I want to build. But she said, nah, it don't work that way. I had to say, so I listened to the phone for like half an hour. This girl was going at me, you know.
This woman.
You were going at me, man. That's what hurt. Like,
oh, was it you?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on me like for a long like.
No, but do you know what? And this is the thing, yeah, because the thing is, it's like I was saying to someone the other day, I said, like, they said, oh, I heard this man on Instagram say, rare tear, 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 tear. So I said, oh, okay, is it? And they said, yeah, it's true, you know, you got to live your life and you got this, that, and travel where you can, because when you die, you know, they're just going to say, oh, that was a good work. And I said, yeah, but I've been saying that to you. So you had to take someone out of role to tell you what I've been telling you for you to really hear. No, but I'm hearing you. That's why I'm saying it now. But no, you're not. No, you heard somebody else, which then reminded you know what? That's what Tisha's been saying all this time. Do you get what I mean? But what I find is people have to hear it. They don't hear it from you that's close to them. Like,
because you're too close.
You're too close. They have to hear it from somebody else. Their nose has to. They're saying your nose have to bleed before you actually.
I ain't heard that saying before.
Yeah, you know these Jamaicans have got. You know these Jamaicans, your nose have to bleed before. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, that one. Wait, that must be a St. Elizabeth one. You know, over that side, the bed people.
Whatever, man. Don't be hating on St. Don't be hating us on St. Elizabeth.
No, Black River. No, is it Black River? Yeah, Black River Junction.
Probably Black River, White River.
Alligator Pond, you done no?
All them bun up places.
Well, Alligator Pond's beautiful, you're right.
No, but I mean, bun up is in this just pure crime. Like pure friggery. Like there's no.
Old Tight the Junction massive, you done no? But no.
Yeah, Old Tight Junction, up to St. Elizabeth, whatever. Yeah, hold tight, clap him, yo. Forget all that.
Red bricks.
I ask on me barn and grow. Because when I go to Jamaica, they're like, yo, English. You're a foreigner. And then when you're in England, they're like, oh, where'd you come from?
From.
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I'm British. No, but I'm not that. Where's your parents from? I'm here right now. Do you get me? Like, so it's like we don't even live nowhere. Like, where do you come from? Cut that joke. You there? Yeah.
Nah, alright. So you do find it easy enough to get on with what you need to get on with in terms of the community doing it. Are you gonna keep pushing?
You know what? It's a catch-22. I can do so much in it. Like, so right now it's just me in it. So I'm still with my immediate family, my mum, in that sense. Like,
Okay.
I don't have no children, innit? Yeah. So short of my children, which I gave back to their parents, so short of my nieces and my nephews, it's just me. Do you know what I mean? So for me, I have the time and the energy. So short of what I want to put into them and they don't want to take it, it is what it is, you know? So for now, I'm doing what I'm doing.
But it's properly.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, but it's mad. You know, it's weird though. No, not no weird or anything. I always believe this dumb thing that I used to think. Like when I was teaching in school, most of the teachers I've clocked. I'm like, hold on, none of you like have no use. That's why you don't overstand the youths. Them you're moving mad. Like some of these teachers, like they don't have youths. And I'm thinking, you don't know, you can't feel what I feel because it's weird. But you see, because I've been working with Leticia and all now said no accents or nothing. I don't know what's going on. I'm not too sure. I don't know.
I said no accents.
No, like I don't know what's going on. Anyway,
you're not meant to know.
Yeah, but I've known her for how long now? So I'm thinking like, come on now, like you get me.
Not
so,
every woman.
Nah, true. And there's like Kemi and you know what I mean. There's amazing women doing amazing work, and I'm like, that eroded through my head because I'm like, nah, there's actually people that actually. I can feel that they're actually legit. There's some people that ain't though. I'm not gonna lie. In that institutions, there is enough people that are not for the children. Raggle. I don't care what they say.
Yeah.
But I legitimately felt it through working with people like yourself, Kemi. And I'm like, Kemi must have bare kids. Nah. Do you get me? I said, she must have a youth out there.
Yeah, but if
you said out there,
you know like the youth that they get dashed and they go into foster, but you're trying to do the best now.
After all these other kids.
There's enough people like that. They're doing the most.
No, but sometimes
but the kids are doing the most over there.
Yeah, but that's for all different reasons, isn't it? And sometimes people might have a child quite early and it gets taken away. It could be a child as a result of rape or something like that. You know, so there's all different circumstances. I mean, you'll hear about my story because I've got a project coming up called My Fertility and Me. So yeah, I
like that one. You're still gonna run that,
yeah?
Make sure.
That's something similar.
Is it?
Is it? No, it must be. It's the
No one else. Out already?
No, I haven't.
Didn't you try and put something out?
No, I haven't put nothing out yet. So I've been doing some recordings.
Who is it?
So unless because I know that I spoke to you about it, so I don't know, you might have had a conversation, but it could be anybody because it's not a unique name. It's not a unique concept.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it could be someone else has come up with that already, but basically my fertility journey. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'll definitely look at
Well, like, what is that?
Is that going to be like a...
So it's like I'm talking to... No, so it's...
you can talk to the man them that you're with and all them things there. And
talk to the man them that I'm with.
I don't understand how you're going to...
No, so it's me telling my journey about my fertility.
So someone's interviewing you?
So I'm interviewing myself.
All right.
And then interviewing other people that have similar circumstances.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's lots of people and, you know, people are... What I found is that people can be quite cruel or not even realise how cruel they're being. Like... insensitive, because they look at you and they say, oh, why you ain't got nothing yet, or you're barren, or this or that or that, or you know what I mean, or what are you waiting for, and this that, and it's there's different things that occur as to why people don't necessarily have children, you know. So people need to be a bit more thinking when they're saying certain things, because like I said before, not everybody plans on having children, you know, and a lot of people have children by accident. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, I wanted to do things the right way. My mum has 5 children. The saying is a B word. I didn't want to bring my children into a world where, like, I'm one of 18 children. 2 stepchildren, 2 stepbrothers, and 16 brothers and sisters. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
18?
Yeah, so 18, yeah.
You dappy that.
So...
Shan Dappy's that.
Well, how many you got?
19 plus.
I think it's 21.
Okay,
no, it's 19 plus. That's it. That's all.
My dad says 19 plus. I say 21.
Okay, so yeah, so you know, so you know what you know, and he just says that because he's not acknowledging the rest of them or acknowledging certain things. Yeah. So yeah, so for me,
can I say? What is it like? Honestly, like to know that you've got bare brothers and sisters out there. Like I never asked you that question. Like what is it? How does it? Is it not? I don't know. I just feel
you're just used to it.
You wouldn't do it yourself. You wouldn't go out and you wouldn't say, "I'm gonna want to be in that situation myself."
Well,
personally, I wouldn't want to have bare. I wouldn't.
What 19 kids? Well,
that's mad.
One
not
woman.
Yeah.
One woman.
Doesn't matter if it's one woman. It's like that's a lot. Me personally, I'm thinking, that's.
Well, my mum had 5 from my dad. So I always said, oh, I want 10. That's what I used to say.
That's
I wanted to double it.
Yeah.
But it's been great. You know, I had friends, and even that day I was thinking, I don't even need friends. Like when I'm going out, I go out most of the time with my sister. My co-host is my sister. Do you know what I mean? Like when I travel with my sister. Do you know what I mean? Like I'll go out with my brother or my brothers. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't have to worry. I've always got someone, a party most of the time. If I need to have a party, I've got one. Do you get what I mean? Like I don't have to worry. So from that perspective, it's nice. It's nice when we get together and it's just enough of us. And so yeah, and even last year we started, you know, I implemented this thing. We all went on holiday together, like all the girls.
Mad
so 6 sisters, we went to Greece or something like that for like 5 days.
Achievable.
So it's good that so you're in contact with all of them or most?
Every single one.
Swear down.
Yeah. There's one, no, to the lie, there's one that he just is absent. But that's just him and doing his thing. Okay. But the rest of them, one is in heaven, and yeah, so other than that, though, the rest of them, one was his birthday yesterday. One is his birthday at the end of the month.
Yeah, that's birthday. That must be amazing. Birthdays is everywhere, like left, right, and centre.
So
What's the hottest month? What's the hottest month? There must be a hot month. Mine's October.
No, because you know what? It's not even that there's a hottest month. It's just that most months there's two in a month.
It's just that. Is it the same with you?
It's quite close.
Is it the same with you?
What is in the months?
Yeah, and they spread out.
I don't know all their birthdays.
Oh, okay.
Okay, do you link in with them? Do you know all of them and link in with them? Okay.
Some of them are in Jamaica. Some in Bristol. Milton Keynes. So yeah.
Okay, so he was traveling.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now we're all kind of. I think the furthest one out is like Tottenham, Edmonton, them kind of sides.
So that's how
but the rest of us are all literally like in a good vicinity.
And is your dad?
No, my dad he's in heaven too now.
Oh, okay.
As well, yeah. So we're all kind of close together. And one of the things, at first it was a bit peaky with some sets, but he's always made sure that we knew each other. So we've always we've known each other from little. So we've built our relationships from young. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So you've done something.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing.
So
that's
so
amazing.
so we've got that close network, you know.
Nah, that's amazing. Nah.
But you cut in. I was trying to listen to what Leticia was saying before you asked about the siblings.
Yeah. It just flew in it. Sorry, apologies, man. Just get back on the road.
I got so in that conversation that I didn't even think to try.
So
and
it could have been that important then. That's what I'm saying.
She was talking.
Yeah, but I had to just jump in there. It was just when I see both, I thought, wow, 19, 20. I thought, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
Bare
but
brothers.
she's in a better. Like her dad made sure. My dad weren't great at that.
Yeah, but you're grown now, so if you wanted to connect that, you could create that for yourself, though, isn't it? Because I think for me,
it's a difficult one, isn't it? Your dad started it. He done something, put a process in place to make it.
It's not impossible, but that would take that's like a not a mission. That's a project. That's something
I think it needs to be done though. Reason being because our kids are going to schools and it's mad. I don't want to be caught up in I don't want to be caught up in no madness later on.
Yeah, but all it is you put out a date and you say, look, let's all get together, and who can come comes, who doesn't come in it, and then it just builds from there. In it, you'll have that good time, and then so even like last year we put on a family event in Birmingham, and we all connected like cousins and stuff like that from my mum's side of the family, and then this year now. It's happening again now, and it's just growing bigger. Like we've made a WhatsApp group, and now it's just stupid. Like people are coming from America, Jamaica, and stuff to come down to this family day.
See that?
You know what I mean?
Do you have a name? Do you name it and wear t-shirts and all them things?
Yeah. So what we did is everyone came with a t-shirt. So I told everyone has to come with a t-shirt with their name in it because short of the fact that we could be the Simpsons, but then there's the Penleys, there's the this, the that, the that, the that. But we all know that we're one. That's why we're there in it. So it's the knock-on effect of who's this cousin from that one. Yeah. And then what we did is everyone had to go up and say how they're connected. So this is their mum and this is
who, because there has to be a common.
Yeah, so there is a common, but then this one would say, so like I would say, okay, so Godfrey's my granddad. I'm the daughter of Yvonne. So Yvonne's my mum. Her dad is Godfrey. And then do you get me? So everyone will talk about their lineage. And then we would say Godfrey's brother is this one. So Godfrey's brother will come up and talk about his children and this, that, and the other. So everybody will talk about their lineage, and then it's how we get back to know our family tree. So it was just mad.
In a park.
No, we hired a hall, but the hall had like a massive park outside as well. So the kids had very different. They,
what about pasa? You're not scared of the pasa or nothing, or the Jerry Springer and the family and all them things there.
Yeah, but you're always gonna have that in it. You're always gonna have that. You're always gonna have that. It's all part and parcel. But family's an important thing, you know. Family's an important thing.
100, but
so
political sometimes.
It is. But like I said, I'm one of 18, so it's always been political. Do you know what I mean? But it's. You know, it's about investing in that.
That's
so
a
you kind of
story to hear.
to kind of know.
Yeah.
You don't hear them comment.
Not
you don't
very
hear
often,
them.
No.
To get it, like that's a beautiful story to hear. Like.
Yeah, people always say like they love like people are always like I love how you guys are as a family. Because when they see us in a pack. There's always probably like 3 of us at one place. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then we all support. Like it was my niece's birthday on Tuesday, so it was me, my sister, her dad. So there's 3 of us there. You know, at that particular time, and then. You know, other times it'll be 4 of us or 5 of us. You know, you always get at the minimum 3 at least of siblings that's there. You know, supporting.
That's beautiful.
But that's what family's about, isn't it? If you can't support your family, then
that's beautiful, man.
You should never ever feel lonely, should you?
No, and that's beautiful. Even what she was saying in terms of I don't really need friends. I've got. You get what I'm saying?
It's like growing up with loads of cousins, isn't it? Your cousins.
Well, this is it because I've got cousins. My cousins are in Birmingham, and I'm very close to my cousins. Like I call them cousins because sis because
that's our close.
And they're all the way in Birmingham. But every summer or every holiday, my mum ships us down to Birmingham.
2-hour drive down there. It's not even that far when you think about it.
It's not far.
It's
around the corner.
It's not even that.
It's around the
corner. What, Birmingham or Walsall? It's Walsall. I bet they're Walsall.
I said Birmingham. Handsworth.
Yeah, you know some people.
The ghetto.
Yeah, the black hair.
Yeah, the ghetto.
Because some people try to say Birmingham, but you know it's Walsall. You get me? You know what I mean? It's there. All right. Where there's one part that.
Wait, where's the project coming out? My facility.
So it went on pause for a little piece. It went on pause because there's. So you can raise your vibrations and keep your vibrations as high as possible, but fertility, like you said, I'm out here with the children in it, so it was impacting. So I had to take a break and make sure that my mind was in the right place before I go back to it, because it can be difficult. It's very emotional. It's very emotional. Yeah. So So it's there. I filmed a few different sessions with people. So it's kind of like bringing it together and see what it looks like, and then seeing what else I need to do with it as well.
Okay.
So
I've got someone that has a story also.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe link or connect.
Yeah, definitely. But it's important to me, and what I found is, you know, there's a lot that we don't know as people about, because when you're in school, they teach you about you've got your ovaries, you have a period, you can have a baby. They don't teach you a lot of things that I've found out about your periods. You know, just that alone, it's like, what? Really?
To be fair, school doesn't teach a
They
great
don't.
deal about
Real
life stuff.
No, school was just put in place to hold. They had the war. There's lots of children. They didn't know where to put them, and they thought, okay, let me put them into here, give them a bit of something. It was like a holding camp, basically.
And that's why I always say to the I was saying it to the young people the other day. I said, there's always a method behind the madness. Like, that, like, I understand why you're there or here. Like, don't you ever? I was in the school, and I know the teacher was like, look. I said, do you know why you're here? Like, don't you ever look and think, how school was created? Why am I have to be here?
Yeah.
Like, you just go in there because what your parents said or whatever. Find out why. Understand. Ask the question why you're in here.
Yeah.
And when they get that story, and I like them to go and research it themselves.
Yeah.
Say, you're trying to say where, but I said, no, go and find out. And I do it and then I just break it down and say the things of, like, why do you feel the urge at this particular moment to grab your phone? Like, you can't not be off your phone. Like, why is it the urge that you've got this and that, or all kind of things? Why do you brush your teeth? Like, they don't even know. Most of the time they say, why do they brush your teeth? Keep my mouth clean, innit? They don't understand it's all protection as well. When you brush your teeth, it puts the protective enamel over your mouth to stop other things getting in. So it's just about understanding why things are the way they are. And I don't think school don't do that. So that's where things like your thing, I'm inspired, works, where we can dig into that kind of thing. I don't think we should put the onus on the school, because they're doing what they're doing. Yeah, they're dumbing down their kids or It's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22, but I think also the education system needs to change because
100%.
it's been the same way for a long time, and people have changed. You know, people have different.
They have changed the A's to the numbers now. Like that's
the what?
No A's and A stars and that.
And all that business.
Oh,
yeah, but I don't get it either.
Yeah, it's mad.
I don't get it. It don't make no sense to me. But what I mean is, in terms of what they're teaching the kids, they still teach the children Shakespeare and.
Yeah.
Hello, our kids are out here dying. Shakespeare ain't helping them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you need to be teaching them things that is going to help them tomorrow. You know, not what is algebra? Like I never.
The whole premise of the school education system isn't really for our children to elevate and be the best that they can be. It's just to keep them at a certain.
No, they can, but it's a catch-22. They can. There's some youths that will go in there and smash it.
Yeah.
Like differently levels.
Smashing exams don't mean anything.
No, not even smashing exams. Just naturally, there's always that one child or in the class that just smashes it, and you're thinking, wow, like they're just. But you know what that is behind? It's the backing. It's the parents behind it. It's things that have got the behind them.
That's
you get
fine.
it?
I ain't saying that you're not gonna. But what is that going to do in the real world?
It does a lot. It still does what it needs to do. It's still kind of. We know what the GCSEs used to do for us to get to get into the next level of in education. It does work. It has a. You get what I'm saying? I don't like the system, but it's set to like that. So if my boy now goes and don't smash his GCSEs and he gets little something, he's gonna end up having a less he can't certain courses he ain't gonna be able to choose.
But that's not even true. So if you look at what's happened in society, the greats aren't people that actually went to school. You know, like I can't do no quotings. That's not my style. But I know, like I don't know if it's Einstein.
All of them, enough of them.
Look, the Hoover man. Yeah, what's his name?
Dyson.
Is it Dyson? No, the other one. Or was it Ford? Or even the McDonald's guy, or the KFC guy. He was 67 before he became 67. Like. Yeah. That's saying if at first you don't succeed, try again is a real thing because so what if he doesn't get his GCSEs? There's people that ain't got GCSEs and they're millionaires today. Like I said, it's a holding camp, isn't it? So it fits some people's narrative, but it doesn't fit everybody's narrative. Do you know what I mean? So this is where, like, even with I'm Inspired, the entrepreneurship, it helps you to bring out your skill set. What is it I'm good at? What am I interested in?
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
because that's where just when you came in and you asked my boy. What entrepreneur thing you're on? What you're on, innit?
No, but he started out like he came to I'm Inspired, and his brother was doing things.
Yeah, he was on
and then he went home and he came up with Cade's Pops.
Thank you, selling it.
Do you get me? He was selling stuff. He came back and he was selling cakes.
Cakes.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then he set up some. I think it was some drinks.
Crying with big orders of 120, crying. That is too much to do. When the money came,
you understand?
Doing the most, but what it is that I've had to. I said, if you don't want to go to school, I'm always thought. If you don't want to go to school, you got to have this thing on your you got to have something else, But obviously, he's told the school to go and focus on school. Do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
But it's a kind of thing of like I told them, if you continue what you're doing, I guarantee by 23 you have your Lambo. You can have a Lamborghini. Just keep doing what you're doing. The Black History magazine, the boom, but.
Because remember they had the Black History. That's what I'm saying. They was on things.
Moving things.
That's what I'm saying, because they used to sell that I'm Inspired as well.
Moving mad.
No, we've done some good things,
People were throwing money at him like, no, I'm not giving you £1.50. Yeah, take her £10, take her £20. I was like, bro, you can sell ads.
People love to support kids.
It's mad. I said, you're going to be... But obviously, that's not the direction it is. But what they've done, they're taking them schools, the things they've learned from Inspired, the things they've learned from all these people, Andrew Mahavin, all these other people that were at their event speaking to them. They just turned it... Like Kai is a prime example where he's turned it into what he wants. Like, he's using it now. Yeah. So I'm like, I thought they lost it. Like, I was like,
nothing's in vain.
Yeah.
Exactly. The same with Kate. I know it's going to turn and he's going to utilize it.
It's called transferable skills, isn't it? Yeah. It's about transferable skills.
100.
And it's just about putting things in place so that they can see, okay, cool. I did this. What can I transfer this into something else, you know? But also putting opportunities in front of them, you know?
No, that's it.
See, like, look what you're doing now with Sky. Like, she cracks me up. Like, she loves her daddy. Like, her mum ain't getting no airplay. Like, forget about you.
Touchy ain't coming on.
She's just not involved. She's like, no, I don't want mummy. No, it's me and daddy. And then he's like trying to convince her. Why are you trying to convince her to bring in Shan? She's like, look, she wants her time with you.
You know what, I only learned,
and that's her thing.
I learned that the other day. My brethren was just, he's got his daughter and he's like, bro, like, we spoke deep about it in terms of how important it is the daughter. We got to have that one-on-one solo. That's our thing.
Yeah.
No one else implements it. Not even River. No one else can get involved in this. I'm like, far. Now my mum was saying exactly the same thing. Well, that's.
But remember, she's initiating it herself, you know, because she's telling you, her voice. She's giving you the child's voice is speaking. Like she's like, no, you and mummy do your one, and me and daddy do my one. And you're trying to disrupt the thing.
But you know, Shan don't want that. That's what I'm trying to do.
No, it's not I don't want it, but I said, I'm gonna make a little cameo.
No cameo.
But
no, and she was like, yeah, we could do a cameo, but she was, I want my brothers and sisters first, and mummy's coming last. You know.
But no, when I watch it and I listen to her, I was like, wow, like her voice.
Yeah.
She was so like matured.
Yeah.
It's like a different child on the screen.
Nah, it's a beautiful thing. Even with the time when we've done the sound, we recorded it no sound and that, and then we had to do it all over again. I called her downstairs. I was like, you know, that one didn't record the sound. She's like, all right, let's do it again. Okay. And we've done exactly the same.
Yeah. But
Mad.
you see what that is now is
big development.
No, but she's inspired by you guys. You guys are inspiring her, so she's seeing what you're doing, and she wants. And this is what we're supposed to be doing: giving our children things that they can replicate, things that inspires them. You know, I remember my sister when we was first started out and doing the spiritual thing. You know, doing the affirmations and stuff like that, and doing exercise. Her son, he saw her doing it, and he was doing it too. So she was exercising, he was exercising. She was doing affirmations, he was doing affirmations too. You know, because children learn by what they see. You know, and she's seeing what you guys are doing, and she wants a part of that. Yeah. She wants some of that.
She wants
you get me?
Of her own cake.
You know, so, and we've got to start them from early. You know, you've got to plant that seed from early because this is what the issues are, where we haven't planted positive seeds in some of these young people. You know, exactly.
100%. All right, we come to a part of the show here where someone from the previous show posed a question to you. It's so you even touched on it, like you've already touched on it.
Oh gosh,
I swear I could interrupted you.
Fair, like, so obviously you know who it was that was on before you.
Oh yeah.
So the question that he got was perfect for him.
Okay.
Just like that. But the question that he's posed to you, obviously he didn't know.
He didn't even hesitate.
Yeah.
He didn't hesitate, and I said afterwards, that question is perfect for you.
If you could pass any law in the world, what law would you pass?
Whoa.
If you could pass any law in the world, what law would you pass on? What would it be? He did say something about weed or something like that. He said he'll pass weed, you know. But
does he even smoke?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, one day he did. He said that's the worst thing in his life. He took some weed off some Indian woman, innit? And it made it messed his whole life up.
He loves Amsterdam.
If I could pass one law, what would it be?
And it was so fitting earlier. I was gonna actually interrupt him.
Only because you're talking about the prison system.
Yeah,
that's
everything
what made me
mad. I was like, nah.
I know that you want to do more work there. So
you know what? So if I could pass one law, it would be that young people don't go to prison. It would be that they go to a rehabilitation school or something like that. So because institution isn't appropriate it's not appropriate because it just reinforces for a lot of them the behaviors that they've already learned. So it would be good for them to be able to go to like a big country house out in the country,
like a therapeutic
environment. So I've already thought about a therapeutic environment where young people would go, they get counselling, because one of the biggest things that we don't have is counselling. People don't appreciate counselling. So where they get counselling, where they get access to like animal therapies, working with animals, working with plants and all of that kind of agricultural stuff as well, to induce calming sensations.
But then what kind of crimes have they committed? Because then imagine, I don't know what level of crime it could be.
That one that we just recently I watched the other day.
Oh gosh.
The one that I watched the other day with the young boy, the 14-year-old boy that got.
Because that's all great. Like, not that I, enforce the criminal justice system or whatever. I don't really know that much about it per se, but so imagine now 4 or 5 guys, young boys, have committed any crime, so maybe a knife crime or something. They've not killed anyone, but they've, was it GBH? Then all these 5 boys have been put into this house. They're already going in this house with that same aggressive behaviour. Like, so they're not going to get or be calm, and so I can only imagine what that's going to...
No, but that's what you would think that it would look like. But that's why the counselling is important. The therapy is important, because it helps them to look at what made them go to that level. Why was they doing that type of thing? How is it serving them? You know what I mean? What is it that they need to enable them to have a different outcome?
So how long will they be there for?
Well, it just depends on what the needs are. It's about what different courses do they pass, everything is about levels, isn't it? So it's about you be passing stage 1, passing stage 2.
So they can't leave that house?
No, they can't leave that house.
I should send it out yesterday. Proper. You know what it is? I get the questions, but you know the one thing it is, like, rehabilitation is not working in. So that's why I couldn't even argue back and say, I couldn't even raise up it, because I'm like, nah, but what about if someone does this or that? Because I'm like, something has to give. Because we just throw them in there and then they get worse. And then some of them are going, like we had Chris Cyrus, and he was just saying, when the day you get in there, he said it's not like a hotel where you get like a menu of what's going to happen next or where tear. It's you just throw it in there. That's it. They don't sit there and come knock on your door and no, it's just this is it. You got to go and find stuff yourself.
Figure it out.
Huh? What do you mean? There should be some
but
kind of artillery of what you're supposed to be going into, what you're doing.
But you're saying that, but then there's a process of where they're going through the court system and all the rest of it. So they're already...
From that door closes.
Yeah, but that's outside there, isn't it? That's different. That's a means to an end in terms of what they're going to be faced with. But going in there, it's like, like you got them dog training schools and they put the dogs in there and they're just like a pack of wolves. It can come out one way or another, because depending on who you knock heads with will determine what your outcome is, and depending on how you experience what that crime was. So for some people, they're going and like, I ain't coming back here again. But for some, they keep on going back and back and back, but it's about being heard. And like I was saying about your daughter, she's said what she wants. So, and this is why I'm inspired, is what it is because to give them the voice. This is what I want. This is what I'm doing. So it's about parents nurturing that and hearing that voice. Because if you think about it, we've always had that saying, children should be seen and not heard. So if I'm seen but I'm not heard, how is my voice? Do you get what I mean? But if you give them their voice, you'd be surprised to hear what it is that they're saying. You know what I mean?
True.
So you have to be able to nurture that. So if they were going to a place where their voice could be heard, that frustration that they were having, because yes, growing up with lots of siblings was great, but it had its negative downsides as well, and living with 4 other people, my voice wasn't heard. It was a case of who shouts the loudest, or having to shout to get your voice heard. Do you know what I mean? So,
and then that's that thing we're talking about on the Zoom in terms of the young one, the ones that are bad and all that and moving mad, they get all the attention.
Yeah,
so that young one, that's good. He said, you know what, the only one that get attention, man, I have to start move mad.
Yeah.
So that's when it just goes mad. That's why I said, I have to start doing the mentoring with these little youths. Just quickly, don't switch yet. You get me? So it's mad. It's mad.
Yeah.
That's so good. You know what? I'm not even fobbing it off.
No, it's definitely
you get me? So a lot of questions, because that thing is. You couldn't even answer that because you wouldn't know how long you have to do it for, what it is, because there's so many policies and laws and things you have to pass to get that going, and then it has to be monitored, it has to be reviewed, and blah blah blah.
You'd be surprised though,
because the odds in terms of you'd be going against the grain as well.
Well, it's about the government would have to buy into it.
Business.
Government would have to buy into it, but you'd have to have the manifesto or whatever it is that you call the action plan to show how you're going to create those outcomes. So you would start off by having your, what do you call it, prodigies or whatever you call it,
the pilot thing.
Your pilots to show that, okay, this has happened, but this is what we've put in place. So just like you're talking about mentoring, like I'm talking to some young people myself who they're disillusioned right now. They don't know what they want to do. They're doing this and they're like, this isn't for me. But I don't know what I want to do. So it's kind of like helping them to kind of work out, okay, what is it? What are your skills? What are you good at? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel sad? So you can separate the differences and then put down and give them experiences that may ignite.
Line up to,
bring out the best. And you know, people say, like, I was talking to one of my brothers the other day, and he was saying how he's just trying to figure out what to focus on next because he started lots of things already and not finished it. So I said, well, there's nothing wrong with that, you know, because you have to start something to understand if it's what you want to do. Do you know what I mean? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. So you have to at least start so you can think, wow, you know what, this feels good. You know, or nah, I don't like this. Do you get what I mean? And you will read certain books and your mindset comes from the different things that you're accessing. But you'll read certain books and it will say, you know, you got to go hard and you got to go in 100%. But actually, no. You know?
Even that's what I learned the other day. You don't have to read, it's how we read a book. You don't have to read it from start to finish. You can read it from back to front. You can just open it anywhere and read it. Sometimes you can scan it. Sometimes you can. There's even an app now where you can actually.
I heard about that.
It scans the book for you. It gives you a summary of the book.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So one boy said to me, I've read about Amari. It's Amari.
Oh, is it?
He don't read book. He said, "Well, I'm reading the book for. I get the bits out of the book I need. So I go into this app. It tells me. I read what it says later. I'm like, you're a G. I can tell you what's in the book. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I can tell you everything that's in the book. Is like, do you get it?
I like to get into a book.
Yeah, it's true. But some people, I beat myself up. Like, I have to read it from start to finish.
But that's what we've been taught, though, isn't it? We've
been taught. Me? Yeah. But so there's no right corners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is like cutting corners.
Yeah, it's what works for you, isn't it? You know,
and your attention span.
Yeah. But if you're doing it and it works, then let it work. You know what I mean?
No, we have to do a part 2 on this story. Like, how long we're talking?
I know.
She's proper, like, because that's how the own show and that. You get me? Do you know what I'm saying?
Need a question from you now for the
Hey, this camera and that.
Oh, this is the thing now, because I was trying to think about this before, but I was like, what was the question that I'm gonna be able to give? Oh, that's it. So it's actually a question that we usually ask on our show, but I don't know if someone said it before anyway, but it's like, if you could be any superhero, what superhero would you be?
Okay.
Yeah. What superhero would you be? That's mad, you know, because it's like she's switched it back to Junior, because Junior was talking about
Marvel.
He likes Marvel comics and that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So Shane goes, what's one thing that we don't know about you that no one...
That's not how I talk.
No, he didn't say like that. Alright, cool. So.
Yeah, that was
what one thing did you do?
I saw this meme the other day and it was like, the man was saying this is what his wife does to him. So that was that Axel, was it Axel? Yeah. Axel Blake show. And he was so when he did the back on her, she was like, no, that's not how I talk. And he's like, that's how you do it.
That's how I hear it. That's how I hear it. You get me? But yeah,
see that
you done exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what superhero would you be?
Did you say yours? You can't ask the question. It's weird.
Because I don't want the airtime. I know it's going to take me a while to...
Is it? No way. It's straight Hulk.
It's not necessarily...
but it's not necessarily... I would have said Hulk, but no. No, but not a superhero necessarily that's out there already. What would be your superpower? Like, what would you do?
No. What's the question you're asking?
So, if you could have any superpower...
Okay, you said superhero though,
but superpower is about being a superhero though.
No, fam. The superhero and the superpowers.
Okay, so...
Yeah, but a superhero has a superpower.
No, wait. So let's inside podcast. A superhero is what we know is like the superheroes that are out there, innit? But then
like
say
Superman, Batman, and all
that.
But Batman has a superpower though.
Yes, bare superpowers.
Exactly.
So what superpowers or superpower?
So if you could have any superpower, then
powers or power.
If you could have any superpower,
okay,
what would it be?
Okay, there you go. What type of superpower?
To see in the future.
Oh, do you want that? That's mad.
You're about that, innit?
That's a mad thing. You be able to hit. You know how dangerous that is.
But you know how powerful that is too.
You're about to die tomorrow, so shut your mouth, yeah?
I wouldn't use it.
No, but that's what you would. You would.
Look how far you gone. Look where you gone. Man said if you said dying, bruv.
Yeah, but you look like if the boss man's talking all grease and that. You're like, your wife's gonna cheat on you tomorrow. You get me? You know that all these things that.
Yeah, but that's dangerous.
What would you use it for?
You might go kill her. You might go kill her today.
What would you use it
based
for?
on what I told you is going to happen tomorrow.
But the future can change based on anything, though. Anything can change the future. That's dangerous. I don't know if I want that.
There's a film like that, you know, where the person knew, but then they were somebody else. It changed. It could change.
Yeah. And there's the butterfly effect, and when they go to the past. And they try and change things in the past.
And it always messes up.
It messes, yeah.
So I won't go. No, I don't think I want anything to do with
That's what little shows where these little black kids and they made a rucksack. There's a boy and a girl, and they made this rucksack. And then it take them back in time. And then what happened was there was
they make a rucksack.
A rucksack that can bring them back in time, innit? Yeah. And then like the shop got robbed, and her brother got killed, innit? Okay. So she kept going back in time. To try and stop.
This is like an old school film.
No, this is recent. Like it's a series.
What, Netflix?
She kept going back in time to try and bring her brother back, innit?
Yeah.
No, I'll watch that.
But no matter what
she did. So what happened was her brother came back, but then her friend, who she there was two of them. No, there's
don't tell the whole story though, fam, and then you did tell the film.
Yeah, but I don't know what the name is anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you're gonna sit and I'll find it.
Into it though.
Yeah, I want to know the name of that. That sounds mad.
No, it's actual black boy and a black girl. Yeah. And there's like a
Netflix thing.
A Hispanic boy that fancies the black girl. He tries everything to be.
Was it a Netflix thing?
You know what? I don't have a TV, so I think it could be Netflix.
How did you? I think I know what film it is.
Could be Netflix.
So I see something on the YouTube. Yeah, it's a little series.
You don't have a TV.
I don't have a TV. I have a projector.
Yeah, so not on
I've got a projector, but I still don't even watch that.
So you don't watch the news?
I don't watch the news and I don't watch nothing. Yeah, it's not necessary.
It was powerful. Anyway, this is our gift to you.
So your superpowers.
Gift. You didn't say what your superpower would be.
Yeah.
Hulk. I just got Hulk powers.
Hulk powers. Just a
wow, this feels heavy.
Angry in that. I don't know. Don't open it on the thing. I don't know what it is.
One of our promoters, the head burster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is alcohol though?
Yeah, you don't drink alcohol.
No, I've been too tight since September.
Give it to someone then. No, don't give it to her because I don't want her to just get.
No, I can give it to somebody though.
Yeah, but then you might be walking in that, and then. Are you out?
I was out on. You know what? It's so powerful that I can go out and not even think about having to have a drink or anything like that. I'm
no, but I don't want to be giving it and then you like, and then and next minute we know she's outside NatWest Bank and doing the most like that was Leticia. Look at Leticia, you know,
bro. That was a head burster.
Yeah, one drink that's turn her every day. She's
I doubt it's that.
Can I have some more? You get me?
Oh, you give gifts. I didn't know.
Yeah, but push it in there then. If she could give it to mummy or something.
Your mum?
I could try her.
No. If you would give it to if not, you can give it to someone.
No, I could give it to my sister.
Alright, calm down.
When you see her, because she can run frozen, so
I could drop it off on my way. Thank you.
What a welcome. Thanks for taking the time.
I don't know what's in. I don't know what's in there. It's just something. I don't know. When I wrap it, I don't put on the thing. I don't remember what it is.
Okay. So
I just know it's worth. I just know it's worth something. I just know it's worth something.
So when am I allowed to open it?
When you get out and go home in the yard, don't open it now. Or you can open it off the camera, don't open it now. Because people get hated like, oh, you got that.
Thank you.
But
no, appreciate it for coming on.
Thank you guys.
I really appreciate it.
Bare time and that.
Like, I mean, I was expecting an actual bunch of flowers.
Everybody wants the flowers. That's the second time. You know what?
Yeah. I want it when I'm alive, not when I'm dead, you know?
You know what it is?
Well, that's why
we're going to change the flowers thing, innit? Appreciation. We're going to call it
but flowers make sense. No, but I get it.
Yeah,
you know, but no, thank you guys, because, you know, and even sitting there in your black and king and queen, like...
I didn't even clock, you know. I didn't even clock she was wearing that. I just put it on naturally. I didn't even know. Don't touch. I didn't even know. I swear that I didn't even watch what I thought you were wearing something
baby,
else.
okay.
Mad thing.
No, but they're nice, like...
Yeah, but I didn't even know. It's mad. They're connected like that.
Yeah.
They're connected.
The alignment. Yeah, it's showing.
Superpowers, babe. Superpowers.
Did you say what your superpower was?
Hulk smashed it. I was on Hulk.
You just want to smash up things?
No, hold on to smash them. I just want Hulk powers.
How's that helping anything?
Eh?
Expect that you're the guy. What's the guy's name?
David Banner.
Yeah.
That makes that does the radiation.
Yeah, so he's a scientist. Hulk is just there.
Hulk is David Banner. They're in together.
Yeah,
he controls it. After a while, he controls it. He's able to control it. So he can start. Eventually, he can just turn into Hulk. You get me?
When he's angry or he's feeling threatened.
He can now. No, if later on, if you watch the Marvels or watch the comics I know, he controls it and he turns to Hulk when he wants to and go back. Before he couldn't control it.
Right,
eventually, he controls
Hulk's
it.
Superpowers are just that he's powerful, strong.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, and absorb power. He can absorb energy. He can
life?
absorb positive energy and give it back to you. He can get bullets, can't touch him.
Nothing. People are shooting you up.
No, but they're trying to get at me in terms of negative views. I just fling it back at them. You get me? And you're mad. Hulk ain't no joke, you know.
I know he's not, but I just
like jokes on Puppy Show.
Anyway,
yeah. Say the outro thing.
Alright, no, thank you guys for tuning in.
Hold tight the haters. You don't know the man, so pick up yourself 956.
Bang.
No, I love you though. Come, go on, babe.
Can I say it?
Yeah, go on.
Make sure you press the subscribe, like, and share button. You know, make sure you support the team. Support each other.
No hesitation.
It's key. You know, we've got to support each other in this.
Alright, no, I ain't done Wakanda.
Don't know.
We got yourself.
Till next time. Thank you, sis.
Listen.
It's a Wakanda thing, you know, though. Wakanda thing.